Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are absolutely going to dominate this match. Now it's no secret, I've made it pretty public so far that I absolutely love the Republique with this full dispersion build that we decided to go with. Thanks to Peak and everybody who was yelling in chat that I needed to change the one perk over. So yeah, this thing is an absolute monster. On PC, it's a tier 10. On Legends, it's a tier 8. I don't know why they decided to put this thing as a tier 8 rather than a legendary, but I'm telling you, this thing slaps. And if you underestimate this thing at all, it will make you pay. Now, it does have some drawbacks, and we've talked about those multiple times as we've played it. It seems to take more damage to the superstructure than any other French battleship. It also seems to take some weird citadels, especially if you're kiting away. Like if you turn to go away from people, you got to be careful because I've taken some really nasty citadels. I've also given some nasty citadels to Republiques that were turned away. So keep that in mind. But I'm telling you, do not underestimate the power of the Republique, guys. It is disgusting. It's so accurate and hits so hard. We're going to show this Montana right off the bat as we reach out and touch him. Yeah, like that's what I'm talking about. One salvo, 37,000 damage with only a single citadel. Yeah, it ain't no joke. And suddenly Montana's like, I don't want to be here anymore. Now, remember, he was also turning away slightly. So, like, it wasn't that he was flat broadside and he took that. These things are so accurate, though. The dispersion that you get out of it is almost solely horizontal. So, if you get broadside looks at people, you're going to punch them over and over again. Now, he turned out a lot harder that time, so that's why we didn't get as much. But, yeah. We're going to turn out. We're going to sail away. He gets one full penetration there on us, but you also see a Friesland here, and I'm going to see if I can't help remove this Friesland. Get the rear gun away for the Friesland, and he's slowing down, he's smoking up. We go ahead and get the front gun away as well. We get one penetration there, and we get a second penetration. So, not a lot of damage done to him, but we at least trying to help the Summers. Now, we have a cruiser here, we have the Summers here, and we are the battleship. So, we're going to try to get pushed in now. Now, this Baltimore has left himself wide open to be punished, and we are going to reach out. He's clearly about to go into reverse, so we aim behind him. We take the shot, they look amazing, and again, horizontal dispersion is disgusting. He gets blapped right before I get my shot there, but it didn't matter because I think we would have killed him either way. But that guy got sent back to port in a hurry. Again, you can't do that in a cruiser, especially a heavy cruiser. Like, you're just going to end up going back to port. Stopping angled like that, it just is leaving yourself open to everybody. Now, Ibuki starts kind of sitting bow into us, or I don't know if it's stern or bow, but we take a shot. We get a good result out of the first shells that we send at him. Then we missed with the second. You can see Friesland starting to push out on our Summers, and we go ahead and shoot at the Ibuki one more time here as he's backing up. Front gun misses, rear gun looks pretty solid, and there's the Citadel, leaving him with just enough to get away, or at least for a moment, because we're going to take another shot with the front guns to try to finish this guy off, who's clearly trying to run. Now we've got the rear guns. Again, we're expecting him to continue the turn, so we just go ahead and place the shot out ahead of him, and we managed to take him down with the front guns, which is beautiful. So, 2 cruisers enter, 2 cruisers die. We have 94,000 damage done. There's a Friesland and a Loyang here. Now you can see that's exactly what I was just checking out. We know that both their destroyers are spotted right on top of us. We know one of them was a Friesland. I needed to check to see what the other one was. So we do have to worry about torpedoes here. You can see I have a cruiser right behind me, and I'm saying I need intelligence. I need somebody to help me find this. Now I'm sonar. Could be the Loyang or the Friesland. Both of them have extended sonar. But Friesland, I think, has a 4.5 kilometer sonar, and Loyang has like a 5.5 kilometer. Okay, so Loyang's probably the one spotting me. But the fact that he's broadside to me right now, and he's got me sonar, leads me to believe that we're about to take some torpedoes. And sure enough, we take some torpedoes, and by some I say we take one. Now the bad side is that we're broadside to a friggin' Montana right now, who we chunked for half his hit points right off the bat. So he's going to feel some type of way. So we have to get turned back in towards him. We can't just chase these destroyers, or we're going to end up dead by torpedoes and Montana. So the destroyers aren't giving themselves up to be shot at. My cruiser's not coming over to help me find them. So I have to do what I know best, which is just go protect myself as best I can and go after the targets of opportunity. So Montana giving himself up. He's slightly over-angled. He does get a good shot into the bow side plating here, but we're going to return fire and do just as much damage, if not slightly more to him. We're up to 105,000 damage. Now, we're going to be able to go behind this island. You can see our cruiser has somehow lost all of his hit points. Again, no idea how he's lost so much. I'm going to assume Montana had something to say about him. But we're going to try to get away from the two destroyers. One of them is just a fire starter. I'm not worried about him. The other one is obviously a torpedo boat, which is a problem. Now, of course, our rune, in true teammate fashion, has done nothing to support me whatsoever, and then the first chance he gets, he knows he has no health, he goes broadside on in front of a Montana at close range. So, the good news is Montana's not loaded to shoot me when I come around the corner. Bad news is I'm all alone, and there are two destroyers nearby, plus the Montana. So we have to keep that in mind. We have to try to get rid of this Montana as quickly as possible, while also trying to stay torpedo safe. You can see we angle ourselves pretty well. He manages to do basically no damage. We go ahead, fire up into that superstructure, that beautiful American superstructure, and the French magic bullets do what they do best. Now here's where we are starting to think the torpedoes are going to be coming. So we turn away. We put up the secondary booster because the destroyer is spotted currently, and we are trying to set fires on the Montana. And we go ahead and punch the superstructure one more time on the Montana. We dodged all the torpedoes, which was beautiful. We got angled away just enough, and we get that fire on the Montana, which is absolutely gorgeous from the secondaries. You'll love to see it. So at this point, the Montana's pretty much dead. He's going to burn to death, and I also figure we might as well go ahead and shoot him with one gun, and then turn to try to get the shot off on the Friesland, and we take the shot with the Friesland. Unfortunately, didn't kill the freaking Montana. He survives, he puts out the fire, he's actually healing it back, and now we're broadside to a Montana, which could have been horrible, but we get away with it. And of course, he actually is still burning. He didn't put out the fire, but he survived and got a heal off, so we had to make sure we shoot him again to make sure we get rid of him. And we've taken all of his health. He's going to die at this point, and down he goes to the fire. So, we got rid of the Friesland. We still have a Lo Yang out here somewhere that we're not sure, but we're not spotted currently, which is actually a big deal. It means that the destroyer has likely moved on. He's like, okay, if this guy's actively dodging in a battleship and I can't hit him with my torpedoes, I'm better off just trying to do other things. He captured the base behind me, which is not preferable, but we have a 2-cap to their 2-cap, so rather than try to double back and get our base back, we're just going to go straight forward into Charlie and then start working on these crossfires that we have from this side of the map, which are absolutely disgusting. Alright, we have 154,000 damage currently. Let's see how many more people we can kill and how much more damage we can get. Gross Occur first is starting to turn away. He's full broadside by the time these shells get here, and those are gonna hurt. Wait for it. Chunk. Not the hardest hit in the world, but a pretty solid hit. Up to 164,000. He's still broadside to us. He's still spotted, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and reach out and touch him one more time, see if we can't get a good hit here. And again, I'm still worried that the destroyer is trying to torp me, so that's why I'm not going straight into the base here. But you can see another solid hit on him, getting us up to 169,000. He's low health. He's burning. He seems to be dead, and down he goes. Yami manages to finish him off. Now, we are spotted currently, which means the destroyer is still in the area, but at this point, I'm like, okay, we got to get this base cap. This will guarantee the win, or at least secure a better chance of winning later in the match if we can get this base cap. The fact that he's only spotting us when we fire our guns means he's getting further away from us, right? So, at this point, I'm like, okay, well, we should be safe from the torpedoes of the Lo Yang. So we're just going to go straight through this gap between the islands, capturing this base as best we can, and then also taking advantage of the crossfires. And again, this game could go either way. We've already got 4 kills. We're on the hunt for a Kraken, and we are getting ready to fight all of these battleships in open water. And none of them are ready for what we're about to do to them. None of them. Now, first things first, we notice a Magi out here is broadside to us. He's kind of creeping forward. He's not going super fast. He is thinking about turning here. So we're just letting him decide what he wants to do. We tighten up our lead on him because we recognize he's not going very fast. And the first shot out manages to, yeah, down he goes. And that's our Kraken. So, at this point, we've already got the Kraken. We've already got 180k. We've got 2 more battleships. One of them is susceptible to being citadeled easily from the side if we can get good shots in. And unfortunately, they all go dark. But it's okay, because we're dark as well, and we're able to get this base cap finally. Brandenburg is still heading away, but you can see I'm waiting for my potential opportunity to hit this Sovietsky Soyuz who's broadside. And since that's not happening, Brandenburg starts to turn out to avoid torpedoes, and we are right there in perfect position to take advantage of his broadside. He gets punched, and we get a rip him for the kill, and that gives us a 6-pack, which is pretty rare in and of itself, right? Not every day you go out and you kill 6 people in a 9v9. But we're not done here, folks. We've got a pretty healthy Sovietsky Soyuz who's just broadside on, begging for it. And first shot out, not the best aimed shot in the world. Didn't quite lead him enough. He's angled slightly, but that's not enough to angle against us at this range, especially. But we need to lead him a little bit more. Now, he's starting to slow down here. He's not going full throttle reverse. We do tighten it up a little bit. Aiming, and you can see, still not quite got the lead down to where we would like it. But a lot better this time than last time, as we hit closer to the center of the ship. And between us and the Yami punching him, he's losing a lot of health every time we reload. And Sovietsky Soyuz has gone from full health to basically a third of his health in pretty short order. And this time we make sure we give him a little bit more lead. That shot looks much better, but he actually decides to go forward. And we actually overlet him. So we hit too far to the back. And that's going to leave him wide open for the Yami to get the kill here if he gets a good hit. And now that he's going forward, I have a better chance of as the Yami swings and misses, I get a better opportunity to look at that beautiful broadside as he turns away from us, opening the angle up, and those shells are beautiful. No matter how much health he had, I'm pretty sure it all would have disappeared right there as we get the Citadel to kill him. And that takes us up to 222,000 damage, 7 kills in a 9 versus 9. There's only 9 people on the enemy team. We've killed 7 of them, and 1 of them is still alive. So there's a chance for me to kill an 8th here, if we can get an opportunity to shoot him. So that's what we're going to try to do. At this point, I'm like, any chance I get to shoot at him, I'm going to take. I thought he was going to run away, and then he just kind of stayed there, so we aimed the shot a little bit high, thinking he's going to go forward. He actually doesn't. He just kind of sits there, so we end up missing this shot, I believe. But it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Again, it's one of those things where we did everything we needed to do in this match. This is one of those matches that you dream about. Like, you dream about this kind of thing. You get destroyer players that just aren't quite up on their game, and then leave you alone after you kill one of their destroyers. If those destroyers had just teamed up on me with the help of that Montana, I'm pretty sure I go down really quickly too. But because they were playing so passively, they allowed me the opportunity to focus targets down, and that's ultimately what led to the downfall of their entire team. Because once I get past you and get to the edges, you're screwed. Because you have to bow tank somebody. If you choose me, my team's got the shot. If you choose my team, you know I've got the shot. So you can't bow tank everybody. And that's why the flanks are so important. Now here I was so happy. I'm like, oh my god, we're going to get an 8th. We're going to get an 8th right here. We aimed the shot out ahead of him. We saw him turning, and we wait, and we wait, and we wait, and we don't manage to hit him, but Montana manages to finish him off. So at the end of the day, a really ridiculous game for a ridiculous ship that I'm absolutely in love with. Kraken, high cal, 222,000 damage, 7 kills, just under 4,000 base XP in a battleship at tier 8. That's solid. So let me know what you guys think, and if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.